Hi everyone, it's Bobbi-Jo and welcome to my home. I'm coming to you from the Maritimes of Canada, and I'm bringing to you kind of craft along sort of tutorial, continuation of a tutorial. So what I'm doing is my waterfall section for my our album that we've been doing a tutorial on. And I figured I might as well turn on the camera. I was going to do one for you guys and then do the rest by myself, but I figured, hey, maybe you're like me and like craft with me's. So yeah, I figured I'd turn on the camera and jump in, I guess. So first I usually will cut a piece of background, and what I do this for is to lay my waterfall elements out so that when I get to the page, because I'm worried about if I'm putting them right down on the page that I may be off kilter, but if I put them on here and then lay this where I want it on the page, I can just, all I have to do is put the adhesive on the back of that and place it down. So this particular one is 3.5 by 2 5/8, and all of my flip ups are 3.5. I do 3.5 by 3.5, and then I score where I want for the hinge. So I score 1/2 inch and I fold that under, and then now you have 3 by 5.5. If you have directional paper, make sure that you're scoring on the right, because if it's going to be on your top, so make sure that when you score it in the right direction, like kind of like with this flower scene. The other thing I'm going to be doing is adding to the back. I picked out some very, well, I think they're going to be pretty good for journaling, but they're very light. So if you want to put a back on these, I would suggest, you know, unless you want pictures on both sides or something like that, or you may not even want to do the other side. But with these, it is, I did, where's the one, I think I wrote on one. Yeah, I did 3.5, and then upwards. You can't have it exactly at 3, because then it hangs, it'll hang, well, this one doesn't because I already cut it, but it will hang down a little bit because of the hinge. So what I do is I cut them, and I cut them at 3.5 by, and I'll do this. It is 2 2/15 16th of an inch or what have you, but all I do is cut it, go to 3, and then 1/16 of an inch underneath 3, and that's how I cut it. So we're just going to be getting these together, and we might be able to do our flip down so that we can hold them down. I thought I knew what I wanted for that, but now I'm not so sure. So I guess I'm going to, yeah, possibly rethink it, but we'll see. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just going to get inking up, and we'll see what we can get done. So I need ink. Probably should have gotten that beforehand, but and I can't find one of my favorites. I'll do glow pink. watch it be the last one. I said, no, I can't. Anyways, it's around here somewhere. But I will use these. So, so I'm just going to put some ink around here. I think lavender. All right, let's jump in. So, vintage photo, like, yeah, of course, but I usually start with my antique linen, just as a very, well, maybe I want my tea dye. Let's go tea dye, because I felt in the videos, I felt like the antique linen was really dark. Like, it doesn't look like that dark in like without the camera, but yeah, see, even there it looks light to me, but it looks a little darker when it's, anyways, we'll use one of them. So let's start with the antique linen and then we'll go from there. And I just kind of cover the whole, oh, I don't need to cover this one, no, it's because it's gonna have facing down, so all right. These are pretty well distressed already. Just will lighten them up a bit. I've got 5 of these, by the way, that are going in. Should have probably mentioned that to you. Yeah, these are really well distressed. I find this paper. I think it's the English Rose Garden Hot Buy Pad, if I remember correctly. I think. I may be wrong on that. I think some of it is, and then I'll try to link, I'll try to indicate down below what the other pads I'm using, because they're not all hot buys, so alright. And of course I'll put all the measurements down below. I know I shouldn't be cross-contaminating here, but it's distressing. It's not stamping. So then what I do is I go over this part here. So I just go down a little bit because it is going to be covered on most of it, but I do go down a little bit just to make it blend in. I'll do the top of these right after here. I ended up starting the top of that one. I mentioned top, that's what I get. What did we do without glass cutting the mats before? Gosh, I love mine. This one here I got at our dollar store here in Canada, and it was like, I don't know, $4. The other one I spent, I think it was $40. It was for We Are Memory Keepers. I have a small little hairline crack in that one, so I decided to, for my everyday, to swap them. So this is my We Are Memory Keepers here, and alright, so let's do the tops of these. And for the top, of course, my old beautiful, I've been using my vintage photo for that. Well, at least it's dark, but I didn't want to cross-contaminate it. So let's do this. There. I don't like, alright. So, yeah, I better do it with my tried and true. Oh. I don't have any more. Oh, I do have one. I was lying. I thought I didn't have any more new pads, but I lied to you. I prefer when I'm doing edging not having I find the brushes are great when you're not doing edging, when you're doing a larger space, but when I'm doing just distressing the edges and things like that, I still prefer my dauber. So we went out today and we took Che with us. That was an adventure. Che got spooked and bolted right out of his harness and bolted for our front door. It was so funny to see because and then he's ragging at me like I'm slower behind him, and so when I came around the corner, he's like rah, 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 at me, and I'm getting there. I'm getting to the door. I will let you in a second. He's sitting over on his table looking at me as if I shouldn't be talking about him. Mommy's always talking about him. Just want to lighten this, darken this up a bit. I find it too bright. So yeah, that was funny. And what else? Couldn't find my parents for a while. They were out on somebody else's boat with no cell phone reception. So I'm like, right? I called my mother a couple of times and couldn't get a hold of her. And then she hadn't written me back on my last text. So then I wrote my father. And yeah, they were just getting back today. So I thought it was... just wanted to know where they were. I always... yeah, I know I shouldn't worry, but I do. It is what it is. And yeah, it's... don't think it goes away. I don't think worrying about me goes away for them either, so... But, what else? I'm gonna do my calligraphy session tonight. Hopefully, if my pen works properly. I'm just checking to make sure all the edges are... I am not doing this so that you guys can see it. So, there we go. How about that? I'm just checking the edges right now to do the do. Alright, so let's clean up before we make a mess. Because that's been known to happen. Yeah, I'm trying to get... okay, I'm sorry if I'm making you guys sick. But I'm trying to get this situated so that I'm more in... like, you can see me more. Because right now, I find that I have to kind of stretch out for you guys to see me. Anyways, we'll see how that goes. I will try again after this video. So anyways, we have our distressed items. And yeah, so let's move on. So, well, I just want to make sure there's no white edges here. Because, yeah, it's like my hair. I can't stand straight cuts. And then I look at girls or ladies' hairs that do have straight cuts. And I say, why can't mine look that good? So we always want what we can't have, right? I always wanted straight black hair, for instance. Now I got curls galore. Always had light hair. Alright, so let's start taping these down, these backs. Bone folder, check. Where is my... I am in such a mess in this desk. If you only knew how much of a mess I am in. So, finding my tape is not going to be easy. Oh, I'll grab this one. Good enough. It's a little bit bigger than I like to use and these things, but it shall do. I know there's another roll someplace here. So... can't. This one's more awkward to handle because it's a little bit, it's not as used. It's not low. Oh, I was looking right at it. Look. It's almost gone though, but oh well. Come on. There we go. Anyways, I've been working on my mother-in-law's diamond painting. So when I put these on, I usually start from the bottom, and then that way I know they're going to be as straight as I can get it. And that I'm not too far up on my hinge, because I know I've cut that 1/16 of an inch. So in the end, this is what you've got. Alrighty, so I gotta start thinking about what I want for my flip down. I know what size I need, but I don't know. Like I don't know if I want what I already did, or, but we're gonna look at size. I know the length I want, I should say. It's the width that I don't know for sure what I want to do. And yes, I just toss tape stuff all over the place, because it's just the kind of gal I am. Anyways, I know I can't craft all day, every day. It's just, yeah, I wouldn't be able to sit that long in one position, but I find I should have more time to craft, and that I should be getting my things I want to get done. But I just, yeah, I don't spend the whole time doing it, I guess, and that's why I thought when I wasn't working that I would have all of this time I could devote to sending friends stuff and making stuff, and maybe it's just the summer. Maybe we're outside more. It's not a maybe, we are. And maybe that's it. I don't know. But I want to get all these projects done, and yeah, tend to float around them. Oh, missed one. Yeah, and I'll have all the measurements below if I haven't already mentioned it. Oh, and I wanted to give a shout out to my new subscribers. I really appreciate you coming on, and I hope I can pass on some knowledge and some fun stuff. And yeah, I wish I could listen and watch everyone and comment on everyone, but there's not enough time in the day, I guess. I have been making ephemera for this album, as well as for a friend to send in Happy Mail. And yeah, so I've been working on that, so you'll see probably a few things that I've been working on. Alright, now I checked the fronts just to make sure there's no hangover. Alright, so now we can start placing them down. Now this one I do want my thicker tape for. If anybody is wondering why I have my bone folder all the time, it's literally just to rip tape, and it just happens to have the added advantage of being a bone folder. It's its original purpose. It just helps me not only cut the tape, but also to helps me to also make sure I burnish. The key to good taping is the burnishing. Took me a while to figure that out, but I did. Alright, I'm going to put a little bit more underneath this. I should have really had my 1/2-inch tape, but that's fine. I'll just take my small one here. Peel it off. Yeah, maybe I should lay that down and then peel it out under it. May seem like I'm putting it over top of the other tape, but as long as I don't try to burnish it down, I should be able to peel the other tape off. So the key is that I'm going to try to peel the underneath tape off first. And then I will burnish down the next one. And go from there. Okay, so I want to make sure I think I want this one. This one. Maybe I should separate these. Yeah, I think they're better separated. The blues are just too similar. Yeah, okay. Bring our small little application sheet over. So when I peel the underneath tape, this should peel back. I pull this out. And then I'm going to burnish this part and peel it. All right. Now I'm just going to go a little bit above this because I don't want this showing. And that's why maybe I can do it better this way. Yeah, see, we can't see that. Once you get that piece in, you're just going to connect them all the way down. All right. So I'm just bringing those up against each other so that you've got your, and then this one. So the next one's going to go right up against this one, the fold is. Here I go, starting to get my tape all over the things all over the place. It's a normal occurrence. Anyways, I hope you guys are getting something out of this tutorial. I know I probably said that last time, but sometimes I think I have no idea what I'm doing. So it's the natural thing. I think we all have those insecurities. Most of us. Mario never does. He is as confident as they come. But, oh, I'm doing the wrong, that's why I'm weird. Felt that was weird. Yeah, he's as confident as they come, so I can only wish. So you may have a little bit left over from that, from what we laid them down on. You just go ahead and click cut off. And there's a little piece here because they're never gonna. So I'll chop that off. So there is what it looks like from the side. And that way I can make sure that it goes down. I think there was some, yeah, there's some tape there sticking out. So I am going to take my distresser and just go along the side so that it blends in. You can also, if you're secure with putting the things in, you can also cut that so that it's a little bit smaller, that bottom piece, so that it doesn't show at all, but it won't show for this. So flip it over. Heading up on 40 minutes here, so I am going to call it right after this and prep for our next session. I'm just making sure that I use the large tape on this so that it stays. I will also be gluing it. Because there's a little bit of weight there. Not a huge amount, but there is some. And then this way, where did our thing go? This way, we know we can square, have it centered. So, peel my tapes. Just use some of the Tombow glue. All right, so should be able to just place that right in the middle. There we go. Just burnish. And there we go. We've got that done. So, trying to decide what size I want this, and I think I want it wider than this. So, yeah, I think I will distress the back of that, and then that way I don't have to double up the paper. Because this is very distressed anyway, so mine will look very similar, I think. You know what, I forgot to, I wanted to round those corners on that. So I will be doing that after. It's just rounding these. Just for a more polished look. I know I said we'd be done after that, but yeah. It's a tutorial. It takes as long as it takes. Where's the distressing? Okay. I want it kind of to match the distressing on the other side if I can. Close enough anyways. I don't know whether to double that up. Because I'm worried about the strength. What do we have? What do I have? What do I have? Do I have enough of that? No. Because I'm going to want... I think I'm going to do that. Even so, I think it'll look fine. Yeah. Eyes are going to do it. I hope this doesn't shut off. I usually have quite a bit of time, but I forget whether I've changed my... I've cleared my trash lately. Because for some reason, I have to not only delete my videos, but then go and clear my trash as well in order to get rid of something off of my phone. Either that or, you know, put it all on my computer, which I don't want to do. Because it just is an extra step I just don't want to do. And... so either I do that, or like hook up my phone and delete it off the phone, off the, like in the folder on the computer. Because I don't use a tablet. Well, I have a tablet, but I don't use it for posting videos. I usually upload from my phone, or if it's in sections, I have to put it on my computer and then go into my editor and adjust it. You know what I should have done there? Probably should have done there, but I will not overthink it now. Oh, maybe, you know what I mean? You know what I'll do? I'll cut that. Okay, I know what I'm going to do now. Glad you guys talked that out with me. Glad. Because what I'm cutting this at is I'm cutting it at 1. I mean, this one here is about 1 1/4 by, and I'm going to have it 1 1/4 by 7. And then what I'm going to do is score at a 1/2 inch from the bottom and a 1/2 inch from the top. So if you have the whole thing at 7, you're going to score at 1/2, and you're going to score at 6 1/2. So what I'm going to do, in order to not double it up too much for my with my magnets, I am going to keep a 1/2 of this part. So I doubled up on the paper. If you have double-sided paper, even better. But I just want some strength to it. So I put the strength in, but now I want it to be a little bit, well, I want it just to be 1 layer of paper now, so for my magnets. So I'm going to fold the 1/2 inch off of this one. I think I'll be clearer when I do it. All right, my distressing is all over the place. Guys, why aren't you keeping this place clean for me? Mario emptied my garbage today. Why can't you guys do the rest? All right. I have so much stuff on my desk. But that's creativity, right? Like, how can you be creative when you don't have a bunch of stuff plastered all over your desk? All right. So, saying what I mean. So, I'll do this. All right. So I want to cut at 7, but I'm just going to cut this at a 1/2 inch first. So I'm going to put that. Where's my 1/2 inch? There, Bobbi-Jo. Wow. First time using a trimmer much? All right. And then what I want is to cut that at 7 now. So I think Mario's I think he's getting dinner without me. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? All right, so I'm gonna score at 1/2 inch. So this is my single piece. So this is my double pieces. So I'm gonna score at, and I need a good score because I'm going through 2 pieces of paper now. So I'm gonna do the 1/2 inch, and at the 6 1/2. This one's not as hard because it's only 1 piece of paper. I'm gonna flip this over, and I'm gonna do my 1/2 inch again because I need some. And what's gonna happen, look, I even have a tack. I have no idea where that came from. All right. So what I'm gonna be doing is this is gonna be a fold here. So the idea is to fold it. I know you guys are stunned. this is going to be the fold. And I am going to put that there. It is a little bit too high, so I'm going to just snip a little bit off of it. Just a little bit. Just enough to make it so that, and I'm going to put it up just to the edge of the paper. And now this is going to fold around. I went the wrong way on this one. There we go. This is going to fold around this single piece one. It's going to fold around like that, and it's going to hold my magnets. And that's how I'm going to do this. So by the end, we should have 6 inches between here and here, and then your 1/2 inches. The key is to get it from so that it almost looks like top and bottom. So let's get our magnets in there. Okay, I've got glue open all over the place, so I have to do something with that. We're still rolling at 52 minutes. Holy, that's crazy. All right, gonna put my tape on here. I will be adding glue as well. All right. Now, where can I find, oh yeah, my magnets are right there. Duh. It's starting to get hungry. I'm just going to maybe put one there. Maybe put one there. And then I'll see if they connect. So just bear with me here. Yeah, they seem to be connecting. They seem to be. All right. I hear like things being cooked out there. So I think he's given up on me. I knew it would come to this eventually after 20 some odd years, but yeah, I didn't think it would be this cruel by making supper without me. Of course, I don't make supper with him. That would be insane. So there's my catch. So I'm just going to let those, I want those magnets to decide where they want to be. That's the ticket. Trying to get rid of some glues before I open my next Eileen's glue. So I'm being really good, I think. I think I'm being really good. All right, make sure that's centered, if at all possible. Ta-da! All right. We've got it pretty much close to the top. It will open. Check, check, check. And then we will close it. Make sure it's magnetized. Yeah, so we've got that. All right, you guys. I hope you got something out of this, and I think this is my longest video yet. Wow. Anyways, so yeah, I just made sure that my fold was as close to the top as I could get it, and as close to the bottom down here as I can get it. So, all right, you guys. Again, that's 7 1/4. Cut at, sorry, 7 by 1 1/4, and scored at the 1/2 inch as well as the 6 1/2. All right, you guys. Thanks. Bye.